Good evening, South Texas. I hope your Sunday has gone well. It has been a pretty nice weekend here across the region. You know, we did have a little bit more cloud cover today, did have a lot of humidity, but it was a warm day, but we didn't have a lot of storms. Off to our north, very stormy conditions right now in portions of central and north Texas. We're going to be talking about that in just a moment, but first of all, let's talk about how today shaped up. Now, parts of Cotulla and down towards portions of Pearsall and areas really just south of Highway 90. Some spots hit the triple digits today. It was a hot day, but San Antonio, we hit 91, well above average though for this time of year. Of course, cloud cover's built back in as we headed into the after the sunset hours here. And right now you'll notice that the winds are going in a little bit of a different direction. One area here has winds coming in from the north, and then another area has some coming in from the south. So we do have a front that's moving through South Texas right now, and that front has the possibility of sparking up a few showers and thunderstorms, with a storm or two being strong to severe. So the chance that we have as far as the severe weather is concerned is really low. It's a 1 out of 5, and we just aren't going to have as good of a chance with that. I see a few people saying hello to everybody. I see everyone joining in here on Facebook. Of course, we're also live on YouTube on the KENS 5 app and KENS5.com. If you notice, I'm having a little bit of allergies myself. Molds and ragweed. We're both in at medium levels today. I took a little bit of a walk at lunch break, and I'll tell you, the ragweed, I think, is all getting kicked up in the air as that front gets closer and closer. And that front, of course, sparking a lot of thunderstorm activity. They have a moderate risk for severe weather up into Oklahoma. They've had a lot of tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings. And we have a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings right now in portions of Texas. First of all, I'm going to pause the radar here. It's been looping, but I'm going to draw real quick exactly where that funnel boundary is. Right now, it's kind of draped across portions of Edwards and Val Verde counties, continuing to push on down to the south and east. There's where the severe weather is, right where we saw the better chance for severe weather too, where we saw in the severe storm prediction center outlook there. You see the severe thunderstorm warning stretching into portions of central Texas, even northeast there of San Saba County, and then the tornado watch that is in place all the way down as far south as Bell County for the I-35 corridor. Now, these storms moving east into Dallas, we are seeing the line kind of stretch a little bit further south now into even portions of San Saba and Llano counties. If you're not aware of which counties those are, that's right here, and the southern county there is Llano County. The one that kind of looks more like a triangular figure, I guess you could say, is San Saba. So these storms all moving down off to the east and going to move pretty quick through the region. We are going to have a chance for this line to continue to draw a little bit further down to the south, especially into the hill country, and that's what future clouds and radar shows. Now, it's important to note that it's not the highest chance for rain tonight. It's like a 30 to 40% chance for rain. A lot of the models have called for this line to draw even further south, but it just hasn't happened. We may see these storms stay a little bit further north and only impact a few areas like Bandera County, Kerr County, Kendall County, and Blanco and Gillespie. As we continue to head throughout tonight, though, this one weather model is showing that these storms could be impacting all the way down to San Antonio and Bexar County by the time we get to midnight. Continuing through the timeline here, storms will be moving through even at 1:30 a.m. and then be east of the I-35 corridor and pretty much well east of the Catch 5 viewing area even almost by the time we get to 3:30 a.m. Once you wake up on Monday, it'll be drier out there. Expecting temperatures to start off there in the 60s and 70s. Should be a nice start to the day. Going to be seeing a clearer sky start to develop as we head into the morning hours there. And then as we head into the afternoon, you're going to see those temperatures rise into the 80s to 90s. And notice that the winds are going to start to make a bit of a switch there. You saw them kind of turn more out of the south. As we head into Monday night, winds will start to pick up more, and we are going to see those strong southerly winds bringing back in a bunch of moisture again, and it will be very warm, very humid as we head throughout the day on Tuesday, and I think we'll even have a slight chance for rain. So what's causing all this? Well, first of all, we have this first system that's passing through the region. This is the upper level pattern. This is a wave of low or trough of low pressure, wave 2, that is sweeping across the United States, sparking up this chance for showers and thunderstorms. We'll get a little bit of a break there for Monday afternoon, but then our next system that's a little more robust right here is going to sweep across the central portion of the United States on Wednesday. That's going to spark up some shower and thunderstorm activity. And while that's happening, I want to point out another thing that's going on. I want you to look down here just south of the Baja Peninsula, right here. That is a tropical system that's going to be making landfall on the west coast of Mexico, and it's going to interact with this trough that's going to be sweeping across the U.S. That's going to bring in a bunch of moisture across Mexico and then right into South Texas. That's why we have such good rain chances in on Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah, the trough itself that's going to move across the United States is going to bring us the rain chances, but then we are going to get the higher rain chances thanks to the fact that that area of low pressure is going to move across Mexico and bring us a lot more moisture. So there's the trough. Moves through on Thursday. By Friday, though, we will get a little bit more on the drier side. I see, or is there any severe weather expected? There's a chance that we could have one strong storm or two, but our chance for severe weather is very low, pretty much almost nil. I see, I hate to say this, but I've heard this before. I believe it when I see it. Kristen, yeah, you know what? You'll see it on Wednesday and Thursday. We're going to have heavy rain move through. Here's a look at the amount of rain we're expecting. 1 to 4 inches. This type of a setup actually for our region is kind of a risk, more of a risk for flash flooding. So on Wednesday and Thursday, know that we could have the risk of some flooding potential, especially for the hill country, whenever we get one of these tropical systems move across Mexico, bringing up a lot of moisture. This is that kind of a setup where we sometimes get some bad flash flooding. So please remember that too for Wednesday and Thursday. If you live in an area where typically you get more flooding, know that could be possible. Now, Veronica says San Antonio wants rain. That's right, we do need it. And here's the reason why. The Edwards Aquifer level at 659.2 feet. Now, it has managed to bump up here over the last 24 hours, about a half a foot, but the 10-day average still below 660. Remember, as long as it's below 660, we're in stage 1 water restrictions, but it's looking like after this week, we're going to be bumping up well above 660 thanks to all the heavy rainfall that's going to be possible for that Edwards Aquifer recharge zone. 26.09 inches is what we're currently at as far as this year is concerned. If we didn't get rain before October 13th, we would have fallen behind for the year, but we are going to get some rain to help fill up the rain gauge a little bit more here as we head throughout the month of October. August and September were below average. September, we did pick up a little bit more rain there towards the end of the month, but we do need even more rain for October so we can really catch up to things and stay ahead and finish up the year above average for rainfall for the first time in years. Remember, 2019 and 2020, both of those years, we finished up more than 10 inches behind average. And that's one of the reasons why we were in drought to start off this year, but drought really got pushed away from our region thanks to the fact that we had the heavy rain in April, May, and July. But unfortunately, these more recent drier months means that abnormally dry conditions and even moderate drought has started to pop back up for areas like Maverick County and closer on down towards Cotulla. Wide look across the state of Texas shows that it's not just us, but other spots across the state have that possibility. Have that drought that has started to pop up again. Looking at the tropics, as far as the Atlantic is concerned, we do have 3 spots to watch. One off the coast of the Carolinas, one that's just south of Puerto Rico that's expected to move across Puerto Rico and Hispaniola, moving closer onto the Turks and Caicos over the next 5 days. Low chance for development there, and a low chance for a wave that's going to move closer to the Lesser Antilles over the next 5 days. So if any of those get a name, they would earn the name of Wanda. That would be the last name on our 2021 Atlantic hurricane season list. If we end up with another named storm, then we go into a supplemental list of names. This would be the first year ever that we do that. In past years, like 2005 and 2020, where the only other 2 years we ran out of names on the list, we went into the Greek alphabet, but the National Hurricane Center has changed that for this year, and we're going to be using supplemental names instead. So here's that 7-day forecast. I'm going to bring it up full because you can't see that 40 there on the edge. 40% chance for rain for tonight, 20% chance for rain for Monday. That's going to be mainly for the morning hours. We make our way into Tuesday, slight chances for rain there, and Wednesday, Thursday, and into Thursday night. That's the best chances for rain that we're going to have all week. A lot of heavy rain possible in that time period too. After all that rain's through, look at these temperatures. It's going to finally start to feel a little bit more like fall. 50s and 60s for lows for next weekend, 70s for highs. Those families that have been considering heading out to the pumpkin patch sometime soon, next weekend's going to be your weekend. But it could be muddy because of the rain that we have there for Wednesday and Thursday. So you'll want to keep that in mind too before you take the kids out there to the pumpkin patch. Make sure they're wearing something that you don't mind gets a little muddy, or at least bring a spare change of clothes. Here's the 8 to 14 day outlook. Seeing anywhere from around average amounts of rainfall to possibly even below average for our region as we move into the end of October here. And then as we move into the end of October, it's looking like we'll also have above average temperatures. So enjoy the cooler weather next weekend because we'll see these temperatures possibly bump back up into the upper 80s for highs again with these warm conditions that we've been kind of stuck with for a majority of the month of October. So I'm going to pump it back up to the radar here, guys. I haven't seen many more questions come in. Jared talking about how the storm near Mexico is named Pamela. That is correct. I see Medina Lake sure needs it big time. That's right, Karen. Medina Lake is below 29% full. Needs more rain to help fill up the lake for sure. Eagle Pass also wants rain. Vince, you're going to get great chances for rain here Wednesday and Thursday. Not so much tonight, but Wednesday and Thursday we're going to see better rain chances for you. I see, or is there going to be hail for Bernie tonight? I don't think so. I think Bernie should be fine. If you did see any hail in Bernie, it would likely only be about penny-sized hail, even if you managed to. But I think there's an even better chance that Bernie ends up not seeing rain tonight rather than seeing hail. So that lets you know I don't think Bernie's going to have any issues. I still think you have a chance for rain. That's important to know. But like I said, I think there's a better chance you won't see any hail. So let's see here. Do you predict hail from Medina, Texas, or severity? Yeah, I don't think you're going to have any issues in Medina, Texas. They're in central portions of Bandera County. For those who don't know where Medina is, it's actually west of the town of Bandera in Bandera County. I think you're going to be just fine. Lewis wants to know about New Braunfels. You know, New Braunfels could see a few storms if this line does manage to drift a little bit further south. Right now, it's only as far south as portions of Llano County. But you see that it is slowly extending a little bit further south. That boundary continues to move through South Texas. New Braunfels may see a storm or two, but it may stay just north of our entire region, to be honest. It's going to be a close call. We've got a cap over our region that's going to try to keep us a little bit drier, and it's hard to tell if it's going to be able to break this far south, considering the fact that the energy from this system is mainly off to the north. You see that there's a tornado warning right now south of Dallas. Don't worry, that's not coming our way. But the energy from this system, and let me actually switch up our radar look here. The central portion of this system is located right here. So the closer you are to that part of the system, the better chance you're going to have for rain. And unfortunately, because of how north it is, we're not going to see as good of a chance of rain as like what they're having closer on to Waco, into Bell County near Temple and Killeen, and closer on towards areas like Hillsborough, Waxahachie, Dallas. But also that means that our chance for severe weather is lower. So it's actually kind of good news because we don't want the severe weather. That's what they're dealing with right now all the way up the I-35 corridor, pretty much from anywhere near Waxahachie through Dallas, and even all the way up to Oklahoma City they've been dealing with severe weather. So we want the rainfall, but we don't want severe weather, right? So let's hope that we can get some rain without any of the big storms. Eugene says, I heard that Wednesday we would get moisture from Pamela. That's correct. Yeah, exactly. From over down towards Mexico, the system will move across Mexico and collapse, but the moisture left from the system will interact with a trough of low pressure that's moving across the United States. And when that interacts with each other, the trough will help to squeeze the moisture out of the atmosphere, and that moisture from Pamela will really come down hard for portions of South Texas, including the hill country, where, you know, whenever we get heavy rain in the hill country, there's always a threat for flooding. So I want to make sure everyone knows, keep an eye on the weather as we head into the middle of the week. So guys, I'm going to keep an eye on things here at the station. I'm going to go ahead and get ready for the 10 o'clock show as well, which occurs in just about 25 minutes. Be sure to tune into Ken's 5 at 10 o'clock tonight for the latest update on the forecast. I'll be checking a few more things with the models, and of course, we'll continue to keep you updated on everything all throughout tonight and into tomorrow. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, and we'll keep you updated on everything right here at Ken's 5.